Alright, y'all. Day 74. Last day of April, April 30th. My favorite month comes to a close. Seems like yesterday it was like 4 and 5, or 3, 4, 5 April when I couldn't get the months change right on the videos. Kept calling it March. Now we move into May. Alright, I slept really good last night. Earplugs are the key. Somebody asked in comments the other day, I never commented back about, do you wear earplugs? If you don't, then you can't complain about people snoring and whatnot. However, earplugs aren't going to block all that out, trust me. If there was somebody snoring, you might have heard it on my opening sunrise video. I could still hear that through my earplugs, but they were probably 50 feet over in the tent. But it's all good. It wasn't enough to keep me awake. Alright, plan is today. Yesterday I pretty much went, in the words of one of the movie that I like a lot, I went full retard. Just to see what I could do, how my body could handle it. Mike Burton, I blame you for that. Now today I'm going to pull way back. I've only got to do 20. So I'm going to try to average about 2 1/4, 2.5 miles an hour. Yesterday I was almost at 3 all day. Which isn't that fast until you include all these climbs in. And I was really surprised I could maintain that pace. But like I said about taking on extra trail magic in your pack, everything comes at a price. The price to me yesterday was I was freaking dehydrated. You just can't keep up when you're sweating that much. You're dependent on streams as your water source. So, but it was a good day. People are like, why do you do that? Man, to me it's fun. It's fun to push your body to limits. But you gotta know that you can't do it every day. Hence, today I'm pulling back. It is a beautiful morning. It's in the 40s right now. Feels like I'm walking through heaven. Loving it. Bugs aren't out yet. Don't even care when they come out. It can't hurt me. Alright, I know there's some trail magic waiting up here. And I'll get yesterday's video uploaded when I can. Before I forget, that Silver Hill campsite A is a pretty cool campsite. Even with 50 Boy Scouts there, it was kind of cool. I love kids, man, so the kids don't bother me. They're loud, but kids are supposed to be loud. At least they're out there. That's so cool. But the water, it's got a hand pump. That thing's kicking out cloudy water, what I would consider rusty water. I don't know that for sure, but that's what it looks like to me. Who knows what pipes they use to drill that thing. I would suggest. So I ran it through my Sawyer, and I put Aquamira in there. I would honestly suggest getting your water, bringing it in from somewhere. There's a creek way down at the bottom of the hill, and trust me, I was dehydrated to where I wasn't walking back down that hill. Once you run it through the filter, it clears up. Just in case anything got through, I used Aquamira to kill it. In the end though, I hate all those Boy Scouts for drinking it. I think one troop went down and actually got creek water. I'd hate to know my boy was drinking that water. Even though I just ingested about a gallon of it, and I'm still dehydrated. So that's another goal of mine today, as I pull back my speed, rehydrate on the way. Heading northbound. Mile 77, correction, mile 1478. We're gonna be just short of 1500. You're the man, Spielberg. Look at him. Yeah. Oh, Craig, I appreciate it, buddy. Lots of really good water sources after you leave Silver Mountain campsite. Silver Hill campsite, whatever it's called. Really good water sources. All right, sitting here. We have Easy Rider, this trail name came out. What are you here for today, Easy Rider?
I'm here for today to do a handoff to ER, a custom made, well, I won't tell them what it is. I'm just going to take it out now and hand deliver it.
All right, let's do it.
One of a kind.
He's got to walk with me for the last about, what, mile and a half, you reckon?
Yeah, a mile and a half. My wife and I put this together, a little token of appreciation,
nice.
Doing all the videos. And
hold that, turn it around. Oh, what? Holy cow. That is badass. I got a new pair of shorts coming tomorrow. I will put this on it. Look at that.
So we didn't know your waist size. We know you're shrinking, so I put a lot of holes in there so you can tighten her up. And if it's too big, I made it long enough so you can cut it.
Dude, that's awesome. Thanks, brother. That was awesome. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Tell your wife I said. What's your wife's name?
My wife is Lynn.
Lynn. So thanks, Lynn. Thanks, Easy Rider. And I told him,
you're very welcome.
That name Easy Rider, when I first started walking the trail, when I would get tired in the afternoon, past 2 o'clock, obviously, people would ask my name, and I kept saying Easy Rider. I don't know why, but it just comes out naturally. So now we met the real Easy Rider right here. All right, bud. Naked version of the lemon squeeze. Pretty cool. Gorgeous, gorgeous walk today. So at the start of the journey, I tried to plan it out to where I would be able to stay just ahead of spring. Kind of like riding the wave. I think we talked about it a month or so ago. As you can see on the trees here, it has caught me. I have pollen on my tent each morning when I wake up. Luckily no sinus issues. But hoping we get to a little bit higher altitude, get back up over 2,000 and 3,000, maybe in Mass and Vermont, that I'll get ahead of it again, but I don't know. It's already May tomorrow, so anyway, I've enjoyed staying in front of it so I can get views. It is 11:15 on the 30th of April, day 74. Making my way back down another hill. This is just like Georgia and North Carolina, up and down, but I don't mind. My cardio and my body is, these hills are, and I know these are small compared to what's coming, but they're good warm-ups, and man, they honestly don't hurt me at all. I love them. Moving a lot slower today. It is a lot cooler today. I've been walking for 5 hours and 15 minutes, and I think I only got about maybe a little under 8 miles to go for my 20. So making decent time. Just proving to myself you don't have to exert crazy amounts of energy. You can still move decently fast and get there in plenty of time. And that's what I like in the evenings. You can't be both on the AT. And this is a conversation I would have with the audience, is you can't be an early riser and then get into camp late. You can, but it's going to catch up with you. So So usually you have your get up early, get to camp early type people. That's me. You got your Bigfoots, more get up late, start about 9:30, 9, getting to camp about 7ish. But most of us are walking the same amount of hours. And is there a lot of daylight left when I get to camp? Yeah, there sure is. But I kind of like that. Is there a lot of daylight at camp before Bigfoot took off? Yep, sure was. And he probably enjoyed that, be able to get up and not have to use a headlamp. My first 3 hours in my day, or 2 hours now, is under headlamp, which I totally don't mind. Yeah, so you just gotta, you'll probably fall in that category when you come out, either the early or the late. Some people might be right in the medium, but what you consider early, I keep asking. Somebody's like, or I was talking to a guy from New Hampshire the other day. In fact, that's his trail name, New Hampshire. And I think I told y'all this, but he was camping out beside me or pitching his tent, and I was like, hey man, I'm just gonna warn you, I get up early. He's like, oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, I like to get an early start. I was like, all right, but we probably had different definitions of early. I was like, so what's your definition of early? He's like, well, I usually get up about 7:30. I was like, man, I will be about 6 to 8 miles in my day by then, because I was getting up real early the next morning. So it was funny. We had a chuckle about it. Again, all about context. All of it don't matter because it's your hike. But I would warn against trying to be starting early and extending late. Some dudes may have the stamina and their body can hold up. I'm no fool, and I know the chink in my armor or my feet. So I am doing what it takes to get to Katahdin. All right, that's about it for that. Good segment, y'all. Carry on. All right, y'all. I'm currently, luckily walked by this high school, so I definitely didn't know it was going to rain today, nor do I think the motorcycles knew it. So luckily I looked at the weather, heard a little bit of thunder, and dove in here. And hoping nobody kicks me out. I'm just in a little, like, open foyer type place. Hopefully this will pass by pretty quick. I've only got about 5 miles to the shelter. Set up. See, I'm making me some Maxim coffee. What? Again, I know the lady won't never be watching this, but to the Japanese lady who gave me those, God bless her. Alright, gonna finish up a little lunch, let this go by, and chillax. Much more relaxed today. Life is good. Alright, just got finished eating lunch, let the thunderstorm go by. It's 12:47. It looks like a pretty easy few miles to the shelter. You know, I'm always debating how I could do the remaining 3 or 4 miles and get into town tonight, but then you spend another $40 for a bed in a house when I really enjoy my tent just as much. And I've got enough battery power to last well through today, and to be honest with you, probably at least one more full day, if not 2. So this 34,000 milliamp plan should work out well as we get farther up in the northeast, maybe with less opportunities to charge. Bad thing about stopping, I only sat there for about 30-40 minutes, but man, everything tightens back up. Knees hurt, your feet swell. So it takes for me it takes about 0.2 or 0.3 to get everything. Like coming down that last little bit of hill just 2 seconds ago was killing my knees. Something else you gotta get totally used to again is these downhills, getting your knees ready for them, because I just watched Bigfoot's videos of the whites, and that was a great video. Helped me out because that'll be coming up fairly soon. A couple of 100 more miles. But yeah, sounds like some steep descents. Ascents, I'm okay with. Descents hurt like crap. Alright, we'll catch up with y'all in a little while. Doing good today. That rain shower cooled everything off. There's a little cool wind blowing now. I can't really describe in words the change in scenery with spring coming in, and I don't even know how I feel about it. It's very cool. Definitely getting more pine trees in. You can feel the landscape changing just a little bit as we get farther north. All things I've heard other people say, but very cool when you're witnessing it at such a slow pace. It just gradually changes and kind of sneaks up on you. Then all of a sudden you're just sitting and walking on pine needles all day. That's very cool. Yeah, all this green is... I've always had spring fever real bad as a child, man. I would be in school when the leaves would start turning, and the windows were my best friend and my worst nightmare. Best friend because I would stare at him at school and start daydreaming, and worst nightmare because I was at school making crappy grades because I couldn't pay attention. But hey, it's all good. Hope everybody's Sunday's going well. Matrix Monday's coming, but we still got 11 hours till it hits, so enjoy them. Just glad we got today. I love seeing the green. The duality of this is just striking to me. Just a gorgeous little field of daisies and dandelions, and then the matrix sitting right behind it. But still cool and peaceful. Nice hum of the electricity. I'll tell you, today's just a perfect day. It's got my mind calm, my body calm, my soul calm. It's freaking me out a little bit, just synonymous with maybe like an acid trip or something, to where, man, I'm walking through this little town in Connecticut. I've never been to Connecticut before, and I walked here. And it's so peaceful, and the birds are singing, and nice spring rain just happened. This is when it's addicting. This is when people get hooked, right here, when you have a day like this. And all the bad days that you have, they fade into obscurity. And I can see that you long for these moments right here for the rest of your life. And people go on and seek them other places, whether it's this PCT or a CDT. I don't think those will be where I seek this out in the future. Who knows what life's going to hold. What I do know is it'll never be the same again. Another thing is for sure, I will be back to Connecticut to visit. Everything I've seen so far is just gorgeous. If I was at home, I'd probably laying down for a nap right now, waking up. Enjoying the day, but just in a different way. But I wouldn't be seeing something like this. Amazing. Everybody, it's 2:36. Still on Sunday, 30 April. Descending down onto Limestone Creek Shelter, I think's the name of it. Man, what a gorgeous walk down, but it is a long way down. I dread that climb out in the morning. It should say AT.5 straight up. Got a bear box. I will utilize that tonight. Very cool. This is a really cool place, man. It's a good looking shelter. However, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to tent down here. Great level places. Should be good. Alright, I'm going to get set up and get back with y'all. Alright, for all you duplex owners, no longer do you have to be shunned and be relegated to the dirt. I've seen Chris Berry do this. I didn't know how he did it. I didn't own the tent at the time, so it didn't strike me as something cool, but it is cool. So this is how I did it, and this was with a wood platform. Each platform I've seen so far is just a little bit different, but most of them have these little holders on the side. So basically, just take the tent stake, run the line through it, run it under there, and then use that for your leverage. Do that all four corners. Then obviously for your two poles, all you have to do is put the tent stake in one of those cracks in the wood, and then voila. And then for your, you get you some extra headroom in there, extra room. Just find a longer stick, prop it up. I'm gonna fix that one a little bit more to get a little bit more, but very nice. Up off the ground, love it. Day 74 in the books. Yeah. I'm currently sitting at Limestone Spring Shelter at mile marker 1495.6. I'll go ahead and call that 1496. Got 4 miles into Salisbury. Yeah, and that'll be mile 1500. Pretty excited, man. That's pretty cool. 1500 freaking miles. It seems like we just got to 1,000 just about a second ago. And if you can imagine, the next time we cross over that next major milestone, we're going to be in Maine, and we're going to be 189 miles from the mountain. So pretty cool. Sometimes it seems like it's going way too fast, and then sometimes it seems like it's dragging by. Regardless, these last few days have been magical. Actually, the last 2.5 months have been magical. I don't have much for today, man. I moved slow today. I moved deliberately, purposely, because I tried to push myself yesterday. And I'll tell you what today proves is that you might get somewhere 30 minutes before or an hour before, but what does it cost you? Yesterday, and it was much hotter yesterday, man. The conditions don't even compare. But yesterday it cost me a lot. I was severely dehydrated yesterday. Today, just moving at a good pace, forcing myself to drink water every time I crossed a good water source. Man, the results are totally different. I got here pretty early, about 3:30, set up camp. Been sitting here looking at my book, looking at notes. I ain't gonna lie, I've been watching YouTube videos too. And I'm gonna watch a couple more before I go to bed here after I make the video. In the end, it was a really good day. Thunderstormed. Like y'all saw as I was sitting there eating lunch at that high school. Thank God nobody may come and kick me out of there. I got some rain in the forecast coming up, but we're not going to worry about that yet because the next thing on our 1 meter target is I'm going to get our resupply boxes tomorrow, my new pants, and getting some downtime. Getting my batteries recharged, both literally and figuratively, and moving on from there. Get some good grub and some hot coffee. Alright, y'all. Day 75. I'll be hitting the 1,500 mile mark tomorrow, so that means we are right on our 20 mile a day average. Have a feeling that will probably slip a little bit as we get through the higher mountains, but hey, you never know. I'm gonna do my best to stay on it, but not put myself or the ultimate goal in danger. Alright, y'all. TCCB, I love y'all. She sent me some pictures of the puppies the other day. They were hilarious. I wish I could share them, but anyway, y'all know them both. Y'all know Blossom. She's the cutest little dog in the world, but she's a Tasmanian devil, man. If y'all could hear that dog bark all the time. But anyway, I miss them to death. Anyway, going off on bunny trails because I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed early tonight. Deuces.